Hey everybody, welcome back. In today's episode, we are going to do a catch and cook, more specifically, a how to gut and clean a fish, specifically a trout. We're here on this awesome mountain lake, going to do a little bit of fly fishing here, catch us some dinner. So stay tuned, we're going to catch a trout first. There we go, fish on. Okay, we're bringing this one in for dinner. Nice. Okay, that's a better looking fish too. Still only about 10 inches, but hey, that's cool. Here it is. Quickly, let me tell you about the equipment you're going to need. It's very minimal. It's a trout, so go ahead and catch one of those. Whether you fly fish or regular fish, doesn't matter. Gonna want a killing rock or a killing club or something. I just use a little rock that I found on the shore, and I have that here in the boat with me because my philosophy is I don't want these little trout to suffer any longer than they have to. So as soon as I get them, I basically knock them out over the head. And then a stringer. You can buy a stringer, you can make a stringer. I found this P-cord on the trail. I'm going to use this as a stringer. And if you have no string at all, you could actually use a stick in the shape of a Y or a V to put your trout through. And that's pretty much it. Oh, last piece of equipment you're going to need too is a knife. The sharper, the better. All right, let's get our rock. Going to just hold it in the net so that we don't lose it and smash it. Ready? Sorry, guy. Thank you so much. All right. He's out. So now what we'll do, because we're going to try to get one more for dinner because they're very small. So now we got our stringer. And what we're going to do is feed the string through the mouth and out the gills. It helps if you have something pointy, but if not, just use your finger. Watch out for their little teeth. Okay, there it is. We're going to tie it on there. Just do a double knot with the surgeon's knot, a little extra on there. So we don't want it going anywhere. All right, it's tied on there. We're going to go ahead and keep it in the water. Keep it cool because you don't want trout getting warm on you. Make the meat go bad. I'm going to tie my stringer to the raft and hope to catch a second one. There it is. Trout number one. And it can just hang out right there till we're ready. Number two. There we go. There's number two. There we go. All done. We have our trout. Now it's time to clean them. This lake has a very marshy edge, and so there's really not a great spot to be like standing on the edge of the lake to do this. So I'm actually going to do it from the raft. But I do recommend probably just doing it from the edge of the lake or the river where you're at. So here we have our trout, dinky little brook trout. Very skinny, so we're going to do two of these. You're going to go ahead and get a nice sharp knife. I wish mine was just a little bit sharper. You're going to get a good firm grip on your fish, and I even kind of like to put my thumb in its gills like this just for extra grip because they're so slimy and slippery. You're going to go ahead and start at the butthole and make a shallow cut going towards the fish's neck. And you're just trying to get that layer of skin right like that all the way up. There we go. There it is. So the next thing we're going to do, oh, this is a female. She's got eggs. That's why brook trout can spawn in lakes. They don't need like a gravelly river like other trout do, so they can overpopulate. That's why they're so stunted. Okay, back to the gutting and the cleaning. So to gut it, you made your cut. Now you're going to go from the back of the head and make a slice downwards just like this. There you go. all the way to the spine. Then you're gonna carefully put your knife down, put it on our lap here because we're in an inflatable raft. And you're just gonna grab from the back of the head and rip its head off. It's a little gruesome, but it's gonna take all of those guts right along with it. There you go. There's your head and your guts, and you could just throw it right into the lake like that. But you're not done yet. So inside, let me give it a quick rinse. It's a quick rinse. All right, let me show you this. So inside the fish is its kidney. So you're gonna start with your thumbnail and scrape along its spine. Start at the bottom. Okay. And they're slippery little guys, but you're just gonna go ahead and scrape all along the spine. And look at that, it's all coming right out. See that? Oop, getting in the raft. I'm just gonna pull that off into the lake. All right, so we're almost done. The last bit is just to get it in the water. Try not to drop it if you're in a raft like this. And just rinse out the gook. You've got all the guts out, you got the kidney out, and now you're just giving a good rinse. There we go. Tiny little brook trout, good for the pan. Let's do the other one. So the other one we have on our stringer. So we're gonna pull our stringer in. It's just been hanging out. This one's a little bit fatter, so that's good. And we're gonna untie it. Don't be scared if you've bonked them really good and they still are a little twitchy after that, because that's just their nerves and their muscles just having a physiological effect. All right. This guy's been good and bonked. Get the stringer out, just like that. Got our knife. Okay, same thing. A little bit bigger fish, so a little easier to see. Very slippery. Start at the back, at the butthole. Make a shallow cut going towards the head. There we go. You don't want to try to go too deep because then you can kind of pierce its guts and make a little bit of a mess. So try to keep your cut nice and shallow. Good sharp knife will help. There we go. Great. Now we're going to go ahead and make our little cut at the back of the head, right here. All the way down to the spine. And at this point, we can put our little knife away for now, so we don't pierce our raft. There it is. And we're gonna peel the head off. There we go. Here it comes. And with it will come all the guts. Just like that. And you toss them in the middle of the lake, which will feed all the other little invertebrates, which in turn feed the trout. Okay, last step. Let's get that kidney out. Start at the back with your thumbnail, all the way to the spine, and go ahead and scrape along the spine. Okay. Into the water it goes. That's what it looks like, that black gook. All right, last step to give it a little clean. And there it is. All set, all done. Gonna put it in the net here and paddle back to shore where we're gonna go ahead and cook it, fry it up. You've now caught the fish, you've gutted it, you've cleaned it, and now it's time to cook it. So we have here a little camp stove, frying pan, little frying pan grips, and we're gonna put a little, I already put a little olive oil, a little butter in this pan.
Give us a close-up.
Ooh, yeah. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Our two brookies. They're real small. They're stunted, so that's why we're cooking two of them. go ahead and light the stove. All right, she lit. And we got some good seasoning here. A little salt and pepper. They're so fresh, they're curling. You can also give it a couple of little slices in the flesh to help it from curling. And we also have a little Old Bay seasoning here. Ooh, they're wanting to flip. Hold on. Let's just go ahead and give this a little flip. Flip them over.
Ooh, look at them curl.
Yeah, they are curling. There we go.
Why do they curl?
Because they're so fresh. So you can give them few little slices along their flesh to prevent that, but I didn't do that. It's okay. Here we go, a little more seasoning.
Okay, Salt Bay.
Salt and pep. Yum, look at that. So with trout, you definitely need to cook them all the way through. They're not like saltwater fish. You can eat those guys raw sometimes. Not trout. They're freshwater fish. You got to fully cook them. And just a little flip again. Look at the color of the flesh. Brook trout are actually in the char family, and their flesh, their meat is so pink, way pinker than just a regular trout. So these are gonna be great. Also, to go with your fish, you can do a whole bunch of different stuff. I hiked in a little bread stuff. We have a little bit of fry bread. Got a little burnt, but the other side looks real good.
Still good.
And then we also have some wild foraged mushrooms and some homegrown zucchini to add to our meal. And pair with your favorite beverage. Here we have some backcountry old fashions, pre-mixed. Cheers.
Somebody else wants some trout.
All right, one more flip, and we'll turn it off. Yum. I like to get the bones out before I even eat. So what I'll do is, as soon as it's cool enough to touch, I'll hold the little bit of spine right there and use my spoon to peel the meat right off of it. And most of the bones are going to just peel right out. Yep, see all those little pin bones? They're coming right out. Okay, now we'll do the other side. Might have overcooked it slightly. When it's cooked perfectly, all of the meat is just going to peel right off. But I do have a little bit left on, so that to me is a little sign of that. I overcooked it a little bit. That is how you cook, clean, and gut a trout. Let's just have a little bite here with some of the mushrooms in there. Cheers. Oh my God. The seasoning is good. Yum. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps you. Happy fishing, tight lines. Click like and subscribe. See me in the description, and I'll see you guys on the next video.